Hey guys, so I'm just about to cut this. I'm going to just check if it's ready. I've already cut a couple pieces, and I will definitely show you these. Here's the first piece I cut, and this is the first piece I've cut. I have not ever used this recipe before. The top turned out beautifully, and if you want to see the full picture of the top, you can check on my blog. There should be a post up by now by the time I've gotten this up on my thing. This is one of them. I've cut 3 pieces so far. And like I said, I am not very sure about this recipe. I'm not used to when it's ready or not. But they are starting to, this is my favorite piece so far. You can see all the pink. They're going to be a lot better pictures. You're in my room right now. And as you can see, I have a very dirty dresser where I cut my soap. I tried removing one of them from the silicone molds because this is how I do samples, and it didn't turn out so well. Here's, second if I can grab it. Here is all of my silicone molds. This one I tried to pull out and it was just not ready, so I pushed it back in there. And I'll probably wait until those are fully cured actually to take them out, or at least a couple more weeks. And here are the 2 sample pieces. And I really loved how these turned out. Like, I really loved. My first soap that I ever tried was my first time making CP soap, and it failed horribly. So I'm going to just check this. I've already, if I can lift it, I hate lifting raw soap. I'm always so afraid I'm going to put a dent in it. Are you zoomed out all the way? You are zoomed out all the way. It's crazy. Here's the top of that, but here are the edges. And until I can actually get a regular soap cutter or a cheese cutter, which yes, if you don't soap, we do use cheese cutters. But I'm going to check if it's ready. Those pieces were ready, but they were a little wet, and I didn't want to cut them. To cut my soap, I don't do slow cuts. I do very fast cuts. And then I just do that. I love this. Okay, as bad as this sounds, I might end up keeping this piece for myself. I'm such a bad person. I don't... See? So I'm in love with these. I'm having them. One second, let me set these other ones up where they were curing. These ones should be ready. I have to check the date for sure. But if it is the middle of February right now, they're going to be ready right at the end of March, beginning of April. And this is actually feeling okay. And, one second, where did I put that? Here we are. I'm looking for my, I have to clean my knife off after one of these because they are, like I said, a little wet, and but I've had soap season me to the point where I couldn't cut it before. And that was my first time I ever made CP soap, and I only waited about 24 hours. This one has been sitting about 60 hours, so about 2.5 days. Yes. Hopefully I can get a cutting board one of these days. So here's some of this soap. These will be up on my Etsy shop. Can you even see that? Oh, there we are. These will be up on my Etsy shop with a lot better pictures by... I can get all these cut tonight. I might not be able to get all these cut tonight because they might be just a little too wet. And then I would finish this video tomorrow. But by the time you see these, they should be up on my Etsy shop. Not totally sure, depending on how fast I can package and get these ready. There will only be 2 up on my Etsy shop. I need to wipe that first. There will only be 2 up on my Etsy shop. Because the rest of these are going to the Soap Queen swap. Is this one ready? Was this one ready? It almost was. I might end up waiting to cut any deeper into that until, can you see that? Until tomorrow. Because that does not look fully ready. And it might be a smear in a bit. So I might have to finish this video tomorrow. And this will be attached. This should be attached. You should have just watched the making video. Yes. So this has been about, 2.5 days since I've made this. And this one has turned out a lot better than the first soap I made. Because the first soap I made turned out being very... That one went there. Okay. Just checking how that went. The first soap I ever made was, I'll show you, I still have some of the bars here. This one's my bar, because it's the messed up bar. It was a Valentine's Day soap. And these are for sale. The better ones of these are up for sale on my Etsy as well. So these ones are probably going to be at a reduced price. I'll probably make them reduced tomorrow. When I put those ones up, and I'll reduce the price. But, you know, I'm slowly figuring this out. It took a little while. Do I go any deeper? I'm scared. Okay, I'm going to try one more. Oh crap, I cut that one wrong. That's why I hate using a knife. I really want to get a cheese cutter, but they are not exactly cheap. We were looking at one and it was, you know, as bad as this sounds, it was $15. And I know I say they're not cheap, which is $15 is pretty cheap, but I am 15 years old and I own a small business, and it's not exactly $15 when every little last cent is going towards your soap making. It's not exactly easy. So here we are. Oh, this one I'm gonna have to trim. It got way too fat. As you can see, I cut that other one wrong, which will probably end up turning into a sample, or it will go up in the Soap Queen box. I'll have to trim that. You can see how crazy that is. And that's why I hate using a knife, because it gets so, it's very inconsistent. I mean, that one was actually, that second half of that was actually a really good cut. So yeah, I have random paper towels laying all over my room. I still have not recovered from soaping on Saturday, or on Friday morning. It takes me a couple days to get fully cleaned up from when I soap. Ooh, I like this one. I did, as you can probably see, I did a drop swirl technique, and if you just watch the video, you should be able to tell that I did a drop swirl technique. I don't know how that was my knife, you know? Yeah, this, like I said, this should be up. And another thing, you are watching this video, and this is my first YouTube video. If you guys can't see something, I can never tell when I'm in front of the camera. And I try to watch these videos through, but if any of you have videos or make videos on YouTube and know what you're doing and have subscribers and you're good at your job, I would love for you to comment and tell me your tips and tricks. So this one's getting a little smudgy, and I'll have to clean that off before I sell it. But it's really easy to clean off. It's just the excess soap on the edge getting like that, and I might wait a couple seconds to do that one. But if you have any tips, tricks to getting my camera to work better. I mean, my camera, I love my camera. I have a Samsung something. Whoa.
Suspicious item has been detected.
That's my computer. And I hate it when it does that, because this is an old computer. And it has, yes, a ton of crap on it. But, yes, but if you have any tips, tricks, techniques, I would love to hear them. Because obviously I'm not perfect at this. These ones actually turned out really well. I think I cut those ones, my first CP soap, I think I cut them way too early. And this works a lot better than they did. I mean, those ones, I was like crying, because my dad bought me all the stuff for Christmas, and I was like, I ruined it, and you know, this one I didn't pay for myself. My dad did help me pay for this one, for all the stuff for this, but I'm glad that we're getting there. Okay, here's the last two pieces. One of these days I hope I get a cheese cutter, which is just a wire cutter, but it does make, I know this is a horrible video, I hate the lighting, but I have no better lighting in my kitchen tables in use right now because my dad's home. So here's the final piece. Yay! The first time I found my soap recipe that I can use, and I'll slowly add to it and experiment with it. But the last two times I tried two different recipes for this Valentine's soap, and it turned out horribly. So I have no idea how to take you off this camcorder, so you're coming with me this way. Here they all are. There's my melt and pour and my other bar soap that has to be packaged. But here they all are. There are, I was gonna say, I think there is 14. Yeah, there's 14. And then we have sample pieces. So, like I said, this will be up on my Etsy hopefully before this video is up on my YouTube. But thank you guys so much for liking and commenting and subscribing. You guys are amazing, and for any of you that see this video a year and a half in the future when I might actually know what I'm doing, I'm sorry. So, thank you guys, and I hope I'll see you soon. Check out my Etsy store, and this is Janelle with Sweet End Soap signing off. Bye!